Salute, it's HadukenSharon, and we are back with another show. I know it's been a while. I haven't been live in a minute because I have school. I couldn't really do it at that time. But salute to everyone. I hope everyone is having a great Wednesday. Um, no, I'm a little tired, but need to talk about the Knicks. Um, yeah, I should be good for now. The rest of the season because I don't really have that much work to do anymore. But I have midterms and stuff. So hope you guys understand. But today we're gonna be talking about the Knicks last 4 games, the 4 game win streak, and then along with that we are gonna be talking about some topics that have been going around. Um, Salute to my guy Diego. What's good, bro? Hope you're doing well. Shout out to my guy Diego. I'm doing good, bro. I hope you're doing straight. Um, we gotta talk about these Knicks, man. Gotta talk about them. Um, but yeah, to get started, I'm gonna be going over the Pistons game, and just in general, I'm gonna start off by just talking about the team in general. The Knicks as a team as a whole, this whole entire season, they have been pretty disappointing. Starts off with the front office, then it goes down to Tibbs and Randle. Just a whole lot of situations that haven't really gone our way. Um, like we definitely could have had a better season if certain things fell in place and if they made the right moves and weren't scared to show that they failed. But all in all, season hasn't really been the best. But we do still have some positives that we have to look over, 100%. I'm gonna start off, go over the Pistons versus Knicks score. Then I'm gonna break down the game from what I saw, some interesting stuff in there as well. And yeah, let me get into that. Today I'll probably be live for like probably about an hour, something like that. Not too long. We got a game at 7:30, so I'm gonna do that and then chill for a little as well. Let me get it up right here. Second. All right, I got it. Yo, what's good? What's good, Steven? I hope you're doing good, Steven. Let me see this real quick. All right, so the Knicks, their first 2 games that they won in this win streak, they beat the Hornets and they beat the Miami Heat. But this game was to get a 3 game win streak. They beat the Detroit Pistons. Um, the Detroit Pistons were healthy this game. I think they might not have had Jeremy Graham, but it didn't really matter because he's out for the rest of the season. But the Knicks win by 2 points. It was a really close game. Hope all is well. Thank you, Steven. I appreciate it. Shout out to everyone that's gonna watch on the replay. I'm not expecting a crazy amount to be on here today because this is my first time. I've been MIA for like 3 weeks from the stream. It's gonna be back up and popping soon. But we are gonna be talking about this Pistons game, so let's get right into it. For the Knicks stats, RJ Barrett went 7 for 18, 1 of 5 from the 3, 6 of 7 from the stripe, which you love to see because he's been really great from there the last 10 games or so. 21 points, 9 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 steal, and 2 turnovers. Julius Randle, 7 for 18, 2 of 5 from the 3, 4 of 8 from the stripe, not good from the stripe. 20 points, 7 rebounds, 5 assists, 2 steals, along with 2 turnovers. Mitchell Robinson had 4 points, 9 rebounds, 1 steal, 1 assist, and he had 5 blocks. He gets 5 blocks every few games. We all know he's a really good defender. Evan Fournier didn't really have the best of the games, but he did have 11 points, 3 rebounds, 4 assists, and a steal. He went 4 for 12 from the field and 3 of 10 from the 3. Alec Burks, who has been very surprising recently, starting to play really good basketball. 4 of 6 from the field, 3 of 5 from the 3, 7 of 8 from the stripe. 18 points, 5 rebounds, and 2 assists, along with a steal on the block. He's been playing really good recently, which I'm happy about because it also has to do with him playing more off the ball and the ball moving a lot more. So that's good to see from him because he was really struggling for a while now. Salute to my guy, Crazy Eyes, Floyd Trey, and Andy N. Salute to all of you guys. Appreciate you guys for being here. If you haven't already, make sure to smash that like button and subscribe. Turn those notification bells on as well so you do not miss out the next show. Continuing on, Emmanuel Quickly 18 points, 6 rebounds, 3 assists, along with 3 turnovers, but he did shoot 6 of 15 from the field and 4 of 9 from 3. Manuel, quickly, we're going to talk about him afterwards, after we break down these last 2 games, because there's good amounts to talk about with these young guys. Jericho Sims, who has been getting a good amount of minutes recently, 2 and 8. Still needs to look more at the basket, but he's been getting a lot of boards. I've been liking a lot of things he's been doing out there. He has certain things that the other centers don't have for us on this team. Obi Toppin, who is starting to play more minutes, starting to look more comfortable and confident out there on the court, especially with his jump shot. 10 points, 1 rebound, 2 assists, 1 steal, and a block. He went 4 for 6 from the field, 0-2 from the 3, and he went 2 for 2 from the stripe. Then Miles McBride, he was 0 for 6, 0 for 5 from 3. He didn't really have the best game, but he always gives the effort on defense. I'm just glad that he's playing 16 minutes out there. Keyshawn, what's good, bro? Hope you're doing good, Keyshawn. Now we go down all the way to the Pistons. The Pistons, who've been playing really good basketball as well recently. They've been giving some competition to some tough teams, especially when they just played against the Nets. Cade was going off. Shout out to Cade. Big fan of Cade. And Sadiq Bey. I really like Sadiq Bey. Sadiq Bey, 4-10, 1 of 6 from 3, 5 of 5 from the stripes. He had, this is basically his average. He averages like 15, 16 points. They have kind of a quiet night. Didn't really do much. 14 points, 3 rebounds, and 2 assists. Marvin Bagley, who kind of had like a career type of night. I said this before. I would have taken the risk of trading for him because he was cheap. But they took that opportunity, and they have the perfect guy with him, Cade. Cade finds him all the time. He's been playing really good basketball, especially since he's gotten there and since he's been put into that starting lineup playing alongside Isaiah Stewart and all that. 27 points and 7 rebounds. He was giving Randle a lot of trouble this game, a lot. He even had a nasty dunk on him in the end of the game, but I'm happy for him. The Kings were in a good situation for him, but he's playing good basketball. It's good to see. Isaiah Stewart, who's a very solid big that they got in that 2020 draft, 10 and 10, along with 3 assists, 1 steal on the block, 4-6 from the field, 2-3 from 3. Corey Joseph, who's a solid vet, plays for them all the time, 9-6 and 4, 3 of 5 from the field, 1 and 1 from the 3-point line. Cade Cunningham, number 1 pick from this last draft. He had 18 points and 7 assists. He had a solid game. His offensively, he didn't really do anything crazy, but he was playing a pretty good game. Killian Hayes gave you Killian Hayes numbers. He's still, this is his second year in the NBA, but he still struggles learning how to score in the NBA. But he's always a good playmaker. He had a decent game. Kelly Olynyk didn't really have a good offensive game, but he was passing the ball. He got a few rebounds for himself in his 18 minutes. And then nobody else really matters for the rest of them. That is it for them. Big Mike, salute, bro. Hope all is good with you. But yeah, I'm going to go to the game charts real quick, talk about that, and then we're going to talk about the game overall. The highest lead for the Knicks was 21. We ended up choking this lead, and that's why it ended up being a 1-possession game towards the end. It ended off with Alec Burks clutch steal and 3. So the New York Knicks obviously won by 2 points. We also out-rebounded them by 14, which was huge. 19 assists compared to 23. The steals were basically the same. Blocks, 3 more blocks. That was because Mitch had 5 this game. The turnovers were pretty low. I'm fine when we get 12 turnovers. That is what it is, because we're not really passing the ball badly in that certain scenario, not turning the ball, being loose with it. But as you can see, they shot better than us in the field by 6%, but we shot better from the 3 by 4. And the free throw line, they outscored us and outshot us in the free throw line as well, which we throughout the season have been struggling from the line, but I guess recently they've been pretty decent. Points in the paint, they killed us, and that's because of Marvin Bagley. Marvin Bagley in the first half, he was going off. The second half, he still did a decent amount, but in that first half, he killed us a lot. He was really going at Randle. I don't know if Randle was actually injured, but he did look a little stiff that game, pause. So I might give him a slight pass for that, but he was really getting killed that game. Second chance points were basically the same as fast break points. That is it for the Pistons versus Knicks game. I'm going to talk about the game in general overall. The Knicks played a really good game. Okay, my bad. I had to get something. Um, but yeah, that's my bad. But New York Knicks, they played a good game. They went up by 21. They ended up, choking the lead at the end. But the way that that second unit continues to play, and the way they pass the ball, the way they communicate and build their chemistry, is really nice to see. Really nice to watch. I like the defensive intensity as well that the young guys have played together. RJ is starting to turn into that leader that we all wanted, and it's just fun basketball. Shout out to Subliminal. Shout out to Dripmore. What's good to you guys? Um, yeah, but Cade was dishing out there. He had some nice passes. IQ has been playing really good these last 15 to 20 games. He's starting to shoot better from the field. He's getting a lot of calls too. He's getting to that line. He's making his free throws. He's impacting the game in a big way. He's starting to earn more minutes as well. At the same time, he's getting big minutes, especially in the clutch. I just love the way he's playing. He's not looking scared at all. Compared to the beginning of the season, IQ in the beginning of the season, a lot of people were down on him. I know I constantly kept saying I wish we drafted Desmond Bain because I wanted him during the draft. But no, I was never one of those guys that wanted IQ to play less minutes or have someone else take his position. I thought at one point he's going to fix it, and that point has came 15 to 20 games ago. He continues to play really good. His core vision is starting to get better as well. You're starting to see more playmaking skills from him. I still don't know if he's a pure point guard because I don't think that's who he is. I still think he's a combo, but his playmaking is definitely getting better, and you're seeing it with the passes he has. Even if someone is not making a shot, he gets a nice pass out. He's continuing to grow as a player, and it's really good to see. Salute to Will Salkin was good. Salute to Choplo as well. I appreciate you guys for being here. Good to see you guys. Um, but yeah, I'm really happy with the way IQ has been playing, and I hope it continues for the rest of the season because he's really starting to get better. You're really starting to see a jump in his game, and his confidence level is at an all-time high right now as well. He's starting to make his floaters a lot more, just like he used to last year. He's really impressing me right now. I'm really happy about it. Um, RJ has been playing really good. This game he didn't shoot the best, 7 to 18. He still needs help with his efficiency. I'm gonna talk about that a little later, but RJ has been playing good. At the end of the game, he had a beautiful spin move in the clutch against Cade that he made. I was really waiting for this RJ versus Cade matchup because I was really excited before the season. This was one of those matchups that I circled. I wanted to watch, and it was good. I like the way they played. Right after RJ made that over Cade made a tough hook shot over him, and RJ took two more shots in the clutch that he missed, but I think there's a certain reason that the ball is in his hand that I'll also talk about in a little bit after that as well. Mitch, I think he had a good game again. Mitch, I know Mitch's production is kind of inconsistent. It comes in stretches of games, and then he may look like decent for like 2 games, and then he looks really good for a few. And that's kind of what's happening right now. He has a few game good stretch right now going on, and he's blocking shots. He's getting steals. He's really active. He's catching oops. He's starting to show a little more moves in his arsenal, which I like. He's putting layups back up. He's getting a lot of offensive rebounds. He's second in the league in offensive rebounds, I think, in like 4.1, and he's really killing out there. I'm happy to see it. Obi Toppin has given us solid minutes recently, especially since Randle was out. I know Randle has been back the last two, but Obi is starting to look a lot more confident. They're finding him in mismatches. He's not being scared to attack as well, and he's bodying up. And this is really important for Obi in general as a player to develop. It really is. Um, Continuing on, Alec Burks is one player I wanted to talk about. Alec Burks this game had a really good game, and he's had a last few really good games. He's scoring a lot. He's playing within the role that he's supposed to be in as the off-ball player that feeds off of someone else, and that's kind of what he's doing right now. He's scoring. He's getting to his spots. There's still questionable things that he does, and that mostly happens when he's on the ball, which makes a lot of Knicks fans like myself frustrated because you could tell that when you put the ball in Alec Burks' hands, it's just not good. There's just certain things he does that triggers you, and it just doesn't make sense at all. That's why he needs to play off the ball. That's what he's kind of been off this year. Um, I look at him play. He's been really clutch recently as well. Like at the end of this game, IQ, when I talk about his playmaking, he had a really nice pass out to Burks, and Burks made a clutch three to put us up. And then he had a clutch stop at the end of the game with like 6 seconds left. Over Cade, he got the block slash steal, and then he ran it out, and we won this game. So shout out to him. I'm gonna change up to the Bulls game next, and then I'm gonna see what's off with that. Success is not finals, failure is not fatal. It's the courage to continue that counts. Yeah, that's true. It's growing pains. Um, Next up, we have the Chicago Bulls. We've lost to the Bulls earlier this season. I think we're 2-10, two with them season series, but not mostly every single game we played against the Bulls has been like a crunch time game. Like it's been between 10 points win or loss, and this was one of them. The Knicks won by 5 points, 104-109, and this was their fourth straight win. So for the Chicago Bulls, DeMar DeRozan, who was an MVP candidate earlier, and he had a crazy streak of scoring 35 plus, and he's been kind of quiet and cold, you can say, for the last 6 or so games, but today kind of broke that. He went 12 of 26 from the field, 1-1 from three. He went 12 of 12 from the stripe, 37 points, 6 rebounds, and 7 assists. Zach LaVine, who's been going off a bit as well, 27 points, 4 rebounds, and 3 assists. He went 8 of 17, 2 of 7 from the three, and 9 of 10 from the stripe. You can see they got a lot of free throws combined over there. Vucevic had 16 and 13. He wasn't really killing us. He had a decent game, I would say, from just watching the game. Alex Caruso, who just got back not too long ago, he had a solid game as well, but he did foul out. RJ kept attacking him, and when he had 5 fouls, RJ attacked him again towards the end of the game, and he got him out of there, which was really smart by RJ. Ayo Dosunmu, the rookie, I know a lot of people liked him before the draft as well. He had 10, 2, and 3. He's been really solid throughout his rookie year. It's good to see. He's been starting for them for a while as well, especially since Lonzo's been out. Lonzo's been out for almost 2 months, I think. 4-8 from the field, 2 of 5 from 3. Solid game. Javonte Green didn't really do much, but he was playing okay defense. Kobe White had a terrible all-around game. Tristan Thompson didn't do much, and Patrick Williams didn't as well. Going to the New York Knicks, R.J. Barrett played 43 minutes, by the way. Randle only played 28 minutes this game. But R.J. Barrett went 10-24, 2 of 3 from the three-point line, 6 of 7 from the line. As you can see, his free throws, he's shooting really well from the free throw line. The field is still a little off, but I'm fine with that. That's growing pains right there when you put him in a constant role. I'm not worried about efficiency with him whatsoever. 28 points, 6 rebounds, and 3 assists, and he had big bucket. He had big scoring stretch in that third quarter that helped us a lot, and he made some clutch free throws at the end of the game. Julius Randle did not have a good game at all. Like, it was a terrible game. There was these 2 plays. One was against Ayo in the beginning of the game where he had 5 seconds to see the play, and Ayo got a free wide open dunk. And the same thing happened, I think, with Vucevic later on in the game. But he had 5 points, 13 rebounds, 4 assists, as well as a block, and 3 turnovers. Mitchell Robinson, 8 and 9. Like I said, he's having a good stretch of games right now. He had 16 and 12 against Vucevic, which is good to see because he basically matched the production with him, but he won the game. He helped us win this game a lot. Mitchell Robinson, the first time we played them, I don't know if you guys remember, he was getting cooked by Vucevic, especially because he wasn't guarding that pick and pop. But that was when he was out of shape. This game, he got his revenge, which was really good to see. He's been playing well. Alec Burks, like I said earlier, he's been playing amazing. 27 points, 9 of 19 from the field, 5 of 10 from the three. Again, this game, he made a clutch 3 at the end of the game to help us extend the lead and extend the stretch of this win streak. 27 points, 6 rebounds, and 3 assists, along with a steal. I've been really happy with the way he's been playing, especially since the ball isn't in his hand. Like I said before, it's really good to see. Continuing on, Evan Fournier again didn't have a good game. You can see it also with the amount of minutes he played. He didn't really play that much because he didn't deserve any minutes for this game. He really didn't. Jericho Sims does what Jericho Sims does. He didn't really do much this game, but I like the way he plays on defense, and his screen setting has been good. Quickly, this game wasn't really the best on offense, but he was playmaking, and he was making the best. He was making the right basketball plays. As you can see, Obi Toppin, he had a really good game. He had 17 points, 2 rebounds, 6 for 11 from the field, and 3 for 6 from the 3 point line. He didn't make his free throws 2 of 5, not that well from the line, but Obi Toppin was really huge in this game, and this is something towards that in that fourth quarter. We had Obi in there until the 3 minute mark. He was playing really good. He was, he was doing his thing. He was looking really confident out there. And I know I said so many times I'm not a big fan of Obi's game because I think he's really limited. But I'm happy if he keeps proving me wrong and continues to do good because it's good to see. I don't hope anyone on the team does bad. Miles McBride for 7 minutes played solid. He had a nice mid range shot that he hit. And that's basically it for the Knicks as well. Then we're gonna go into the game charts. Um, let's see what in the game charts. So the highest lead by both teams was basically the same. The Knicks led by 13, while the Bulls led by 12. Um, we won by 5 points. The rebounding was basically the same. We out assisted them by 3, and then the steals and blocks were really similar. But one thing that you notice about this game, when you look at it, we only had 6 turnovers. We barely had any turnovers. This is that barely happens. You rarely go into a game and end off with only 6 turnovers, which is huge. That really helps us in this game. Both teams didn't really shoot well from the field or the 3 point line, but we shot 43 just like they did. We shot 8% better though from the 3 point line. And if you look at the free throw line killed us this game, and we could have really lost this game because of that. We shot 60 compared to the 91%. Julius missed 3, Obi missed 3. I think RJ missed 1, and then IQ missed 2, and Mitch missed 1. So yeah, it wasn't really the best. The points in the paint, second chance points, and fast break points were pretty even this game. Nothing crazy, nothing out of the ordinary, but that's basically what was up with this Bulls game. Just to go over this game in general. Knicks forever later, y'all. Peace out, Chaplo. I appreciate you for being here. Um, but yeah, to continue off with this game, to start off, we started the game off pretty well. You know, we kept matching with them. They got. I don't remember. Did they get the lead in the beginning? I don't think they got the lead in the beginning, but they were playing good defense, good offense. Levine started off hot in that first quarter, and DeRozan was kind of cold, but he turned up in that second half. Um, RJ started off well in the first quarter. He got 3 nice layups. He got a nice dunk in the second quarter, an explosive dunk. But basically, the Obi Toppin was helping out a lot. Burks was on fire from the get go. In that second quarter, we played good defense. We kind of kept it close. I think we were within 10 that whole entire time. And then in that third quarter, RJ Barrett came out. RJ had 2 straight and ones, but tough finishes with his left hand. He's been finishing a lot with his right hand as well. For those that say he doesn't finish with his right, came out, got 2 and 1s, one over DeRozan, the other over Vucevic. We went on a little run. He had a good amount of points in that third quarter, and then in that third quarter, DeRozan was starting to take off. He was scoring a lot. Um, Levine was starting to score a bit too, but nothing crazy. RJ did a good time. The team in general did a good thing with the on the defensive end, but in that fourth quarter, RJ was contesting DeRozan and Levine at the end, but they were making tough shots over him. But I'm glad because compared to the other games RJ has played recently, he has been kind of sus on defense. But this game, he was really solid. I like the way he was playing defense, and I'm glad he was missing. He was making his free throws. He hit 3 out of 4 in the clutch, and he hit some big threes as well towards the end of the game. One in the third and one in the fourth. And that second lineup, like I said, IQ with RJ, IQ, RJ, Obi, Mitch, or Sims, it transitions, and then a Burks or a Evan looks pretty good out there. Yesterday it was with Burks because Burks was doing well, and the lineup just looks good. It looks free spaced. The ball is moving. Nobody's really just isoing or forcing shots. You're actually like playing real basketball, and I just love the way that that RJ was attacking the basket. I love the way that Alec Burks was finding his spots and the way that they were feeding the hot hand because he had it going throughout the whole entire game. Um, they really showed out for this game. It was good. It was really nice to see. DeMar DeRozan, like I said, was cooking. In that fourth quarter, he scored a good amount. Like he could not miss at all. He was making a lot of tough shots. Made an 8-1 at the end as well against Randall and against RJ. But we ended up winning this game. Something that I really wanted to talk about, and I've noticed. I don't know if you guys have noticed as well. Was good, Eric. But RJ has been getting a lot of touches in the clutch moments of the game, and he's been making and missing shots. But the thing that I like is that I think they are trying to make him a closer, and I think that's what's happening for the rest of the season. They're putting the ball in his hands, letting him attempt what he's gonna attempt and see what happens. And he's been pretty decent with it, and I think these are really good reps for RJ. I said this before. I think he needs a constant role of handling the offense every single game, and his efficiency doesn't bother me, especially because of that inconsistent role he's gotten throughout the whole season. Um, the shots that he's missing right now are really good reps for him, and he's gonna make those shots sooner or later. Those shots that he's missing are gonna go in, and I'm really not worried at all. But I'm happy that he's able to score. He's able to put on all this pressure with not even being close to a finished product. IQ playing really great as always. I'm glad with the way he's been playing and the way he's been consistent on offense and on the defensive end. Obi Toppin Obi Toppin needs to continue playing the way he's playing because he's earning himself minutes and he's looking good out there. Um, I need him to keep attacking the basket. Don't be scared. Uh, Keep applying pressure on defense because that's something that he definitely needs to get better at. And just keep playing strong. Play to your strengths. Be confident with your shots. RJ is like another thing with RJ. RJ's playmaking. He's looking really great. I know he's not getting a crazy amount of assists, but RJ is getting a lot of great passes out to shooters, including Burks, including Fournier, including Obi, and nice lobs to Mitch that people are just missing. And I'm fine with that because he's creating so many good looks on the offensive end. And I've been saying that for a long time. But that's basically it with that. Gonna talk about the game that we played today. We played the Hornets today at 7:30. We played them a few games ago and we won, led by RJ Barrett with 30 points. And this was a game that we won without Randall. Randall didn't play, and it was against a healthy Hornets team. Today, I expect us to win again. To be honest, I think we're gonna win, and I hope. Well, I actually got to talk about this Randall situation actually before, but Julius Randle. I don't know if you guys heard. Most of you probably heard about it. Randall. They said apparently Randall, after he threw the ball away after they won the game for some reason, he was angry. Apparently he requested a trade and said he's done with New York. I believe it, to be honest, and I hope it's true because I want him out of the team. I hope I have no ill will to him, but I'm done with him. I've been done with him for a minute now, and I hope that we do trade him because if you are bringing someone like that back to the team, it's not gonna be good for your locker room. Not gonna be good for the team overall. Um, Randall, just in general, I talked about this last year too, even in his good year, has a problem with emotional intelligence and he's just lazy sometimes. He picks and chooses when to turn up his defense and he just doesn't look like himself. He looks emotionally broke down, doesn't look like interested at all. He's disinterested, so get him off my team. I hope he doesn't play. I would be really surprised if he plays today. And if he doesn't play today, I feel like that kind of confirms that it's true. But at the same time, if he does play, you should expect him to get a lot of boos. So it's not gonna be good for him out there if he plays. So I hope he doesn't play. But yeah, we're playing the Hornets. I think we win. We can't really get into the play-in at this point right now. We would have to win every single game, and we would need the Hornets or the Hawks to lose 4 or 5 in a row, which I really just don't see happening. But yeah, I want to continue to see the kids play. Want to see RJ to continue to play. RJ is now a 20-point per game scorer. People told me that couldn't happen. He made it happen. I'm really excited. This is just the first step for him. It's the first step for the team. Keep building the chemistry with the young guys. Keep letting RJ run the offense. Keep letting IQ run the offense. And get these guys' value up. Get these guys' chemistry up. And let them play fun basketball and let the ball move. That's basically all I got for today. Today's a short one. I'll probably go live tomorrow on, not Friday. I can't on Friday, so probably tomorrow to talk about it. This is a short one. Less I don't know. There's not really much I have to talk for today, to be honest. Especially the game is gonna start like in an hour. I have stuff I have to do, but I will be live tomorrow, so make sure to check that out. Gonna be more stuff to talk about. Salute to my guy Visions as well. I appreciate you guys for watching. I know there wasn't really too many people here, but it's fine because I was gone for 3 weeks. I don't expect that much, but I appreciate you guys for watching. Smash that like button, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace out.